All right. Keep an open mind. That is all just stuff to put away. Yep. I've been actually using this little sewing kit that I got at a yard sale in Napanee when I was home last time. Of course, I don't need a sewing kit because my sewing supplies are everywhere. But I've been using it to put my packaging supplies in. Just thought that was kind of neat. Yeah, since we're down here, let's look. Look at all this stuff. If anybody knows anybody that wants those looms, let me know. Tired of kicking them around for no reason. Okay. This is just all stuff I need to put on my shelves. My blue jean stash. Look at that. Talk about just throwing things up there. This is all stuff that I already have made. Ready to go. Need to package it. Seams. Those will be bowls soon. Like I said, I haven't touched a thing in here. Like, I'm showing you the raw truth of what it looks like. Somebody in my last video said they wanted to see my doorknobs a little closer, my drawer knobs. They're all sewing spools. You can't throw those out. So that they are handles. I do use some of the stuff I hoard. Anyways, I needed a pedestal to hold my camera to shoot these YouTube videos, so Evan, Mr. Creative in our house, there it is. A phone pedestal. There's the quilt remnants I was working on. Look at that. I just threw it in here. But this is going to make some people cringe. There's some scraps. A whole bunch of scraps. My Cricut. I need to learn how to use that thing. It stresses me out. I've been cutting fabric on it, which is kind of nice. Stamps. I got this little treasure trove when I was at home last. They're super old. Super old from a store that was a schoolhouse where my dad went. And these were, he bought the schoolhouse for a wood shop slash man cave hideout, and these were still in it from what I remember of the story. Anyways, I snagged those. Blocks I have cut, ready to sew. I can't even get to that shelf anymore. Can't even get there. So yeah, I got some work to do today. Some work. I need shells on my walls. Like, look at all that space that I could be using. And it's not being used. Oh, here's Mr. Creative, since he hasn't come on a YouTube video with me yet. There he is. There's me with all my hair glory. This video's getting real, people. Anyways, here's my sewing area. There's always stuff stashed in the bottom. boy, oh boy. Anyways, we're back to the start. I have that little thing there. My sister had an online auction sale and there were scarves and that hanger. So yeah, I snagged that. It's kind of handy for pieces of fabric that don't fold nice. I stash on there. And for scarves too. They'll be turning into something else here shortly. All right. Stay tuned. Alright, I'm just going to get after it. I think the best place to start is the items I do not need in here, which, like I said before, are these looms. I tried them, and you had to like learn a whole new way of knitting. Now, about as good as I can get it. I'm gonna show you guys. So down here is more scraps of the quilt that you guys just see me do, the t-shirts and the pajama pants. This is still full of those scraps of that quilt. So I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with them. Either give them back, or if they don't want them, then you know I'm going to find a use for them somewhere down the road here. This is basically thrifted fabric that I just haven't found a spot for yet. But I will. I pull it here quite often. I like to get the flat sheets for the backs of the quilts. It's a lot of fabric, and if you can cut the cost with thrifted fabric, why wouldn't you? So anyways, that's kind of what I had in mind for that area. So there's the stuff, the tote and the table that is going to leave. And I have a few tidbits of stuff there under my sewing basket, but I'll get rid of it. So yeah, basically denim that's going into a project right away. All separate out front, not in with my storage denim. That kind of keeps it clear and precise, and I know what I'm up against. When I'm looking for a project, that's the one I grab. Thrifted fabric. So my next tackle is that spot. Okay, wish me luck. here, all I want to accomplish right now is getting my big bolts of fabric all lined up again, and then sorting solids and patterns. And that's pretty much what I need to see here, because when I'm trying to match a pattern with a solid color, it's a lot easier if they're separate. So I'm basically just going to do that. These are my stack of, I call them sassy fabrics. There's some, yeah, like this one is probably appropriate. I use bad words, if that sums up this stack of fabric. They're popular for face masks, because everybody's just tired of it. Anyways, yeah, so that leaves room. I like these for putting my smaller pieces in, and it kind of keeps them lined up and sorted and gives me somewhere to shove them back into. I have bigger pieces of fabric on just because I sorted right now. Well, there's a pattern and there's a solid. Now they have their home, right? The smaller chunks of them I put in here just to keep them folded up, and then I know where to grab them. And these ones, again, I've got stretch fabric on top just because I didn't have anywhere to put it, but I'm going to put it in this wire basket now that I have it out and accessible. So right there's a nice piece of pattern fabric. Doesn't need to be in here, it needs to be here. And there's another big piece. I get going through this, rummaging through all my fabric when I'm looking for certain things or certain projects, and then I need to learn to take time to get it back. I'm sure we all know that story quite well. Anyways, that's basically how I like it to look, and I have to work on it quite frequently to get it there because, like I said, I'm constantly digging. Like, this whole thing needs to be sorted, and it looks like I need another shoebox up there because I got little bits everywhere. So anyways, that's what I want it to look like, always. So if you see it not looking like that, tell me. It's time to sort through my stuff. Okay, so when we left, I had those totes that are back in the cubby out here on this black shelf on the bottom. So I decided, since that bottom part of that shelf was all stuff that I wasn't going to use right away, I thought I'd get rid of that stuff. And by the way, that spot right there holds about 5 garbage bags of clothing. So yeah, that's good to know. So I organized that. I gave myself a shelf to put all my Cricut supplies because I didn't have one and they were just everywhere. So that's not handy when you're trying to learn that hobby. And it's right here beside the Cricut. So that's good. So my next shelf, I've got some already made stuff. I got masks, those paper clips, a whole basket of scrunchies, some magnets, that kind of thing. I thought I'd put my ties in here that I plan to upcycle, and just some other stuff back there. And then my next shelf, I still got room on here. I've got my buttons. I can't leave any buttons at a thrift store, and I think they know it. Every time I go in, there's a big container, so. And I've got some of my elastics, some hats, So like I said, I still got room there. And I can't reach these shelves, so I don't have very much up there. And it's only on the edge where I can reach. I can't put stuff in the back. Not without a stool or something. So now I've got this left, which a lot of it is going to go up in the space that I left, and that's about it. I got some empty stuff. My dreaded collection of pipe cleaners. Yeah. It looks worse than it is. I don't have much left. Wraps up that job. Thank you guys if you lasted this long in the video. It's been a day, that is for sure. So feels good to get that done and move on to the next thing. So I will be adding some more stuff here shortly. We got lots of videos lined up to shoot. I just wanted to get another sewing room tour done before we started that. So enjoy, and we'll see you next time.